looking over your scores in IXL, I can see some of you are struggling with lesson GG20. So what I did is I went and did some screenshots of some of the questions and was going to talk to you about them. And I think from my own mistakes when I went through and did it is you're going too fast and you're not looking at the scale on the number line, because that actually got me a few times because I thought I knew what they were doing and I didn't pay attention. So let's look at some of these questions, some of these examples, and we'll talk about the correct answers. So here they're asking for the lower quartile. So this is simply asking you, do you know the parts of a box plot? So again, remember the parts of a box plot is this is your minimum, this is your lower quartile, this is your median, this is your upper quartile, and this is your maximum value. So if they want to know what is the lower quartile, all they're asking me is what number goes here. And then this is where I've got to pay attention to the scale. So 10 in between 10 and 20 would be 15. Let's see if it continues to work. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yes. So 15 would be my answer, because all they're wanting to know is, do you know the parts of a box plot, and do you know where the lower quartile is? So that's one of the types of questions. The next type is asking you for the infamous interquartile range. And remember, we said that interquartile range is just this space inside of the box. So what you're really doing is taking the lower quartile and you're subtracting the upper quartile. Now, again, we've got to look at the scale on the number line. So 2 to 4, so this is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So really what you're going to be doing is saying 7 minus 4, which equals 3. Or you could have just counted 1, 2, 3. The next type of question, again, is, do you know the parts of the box plot? Again, this is the minimum value. This is the maximum value. This is the lower quartile. This is the upper quartile. This is the median. So if they want the minimum value, they want the value right here. But again, I have to look at my scale, my number line. So I'm thinking this would be 74, 76, 78, 80. So yes, this would be 70. So my answer would just be 70. And then another example I have here. Again, wanting that infamous interquartile range. Again, wanting that space inside of the box. So I look at my scale on my number line, and it looks like it's going, here's by 20s, but in between would make 10. So this would be 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 130, 150. So interquartile range is lower quartile subtracted from upper quartile. So in this case, it would be 140 subtract 90, which is 50. Or you could have counted 1. Or you're going by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then the last example is with these percentages. And that's what's going to give you over to that 85%. Says, so what percent of, and you've got to be really careful and read the questions, because I'll be honest, Miss Pendleton went through them really fast a while ago and didn't read the question, and I got the wrong answer. So what percent of the households were charged $15 or more on their phone bill? So $15. So again, look at my scale. This is going to be 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So $15 or more is everything. So that's 100%. Now, if they had changed the question, if they changed the question to what percent of the household were charged, let's say $25 or more. Then we're just looking at here out to here. Now remember, between every quartile, so between the median and the upper quartile is 25%. Between the upper quartile and the maximum is 25%. So that would have made it been 50%. I hope these examples help you. I will put them on Google Classroom.